Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Inside. Check the backer, check the backer. Check, 6-6, pull it high.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 30. Hey, exit. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First carry for James Conner. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A quick pass out to Aguilar. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Right. 319. Hey, defense. Back north. 54.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Check 300. Check 300. 26. Small. Check 24. Box it, box it.
Snap comes at 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Below Nichols drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So that'll back him up 5. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
23-yard line. Set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Cross the pass. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
319. 54. Right, 54. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Let's get off the field.
We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
65.
Rodgers now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, the 40, the 20, 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense. Hey, echo. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen.
Running right, Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Mike's 54. He's on the 50. Screen. Check 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Bravo.
To throw is Rodgers. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike, 319. Check 30. 319.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Throwing is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Prater's not going to get this one. Missed it. No good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Newman. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Yeah, he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ricky Seals-Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 14-0.
14. Packers, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
319. Mike 54. Watch the back. Mike 54. Mike 54. Push him back.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. It's caught by Aguilar. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Check 50. Check 50.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Jim, Jim. Man out.
Rodgers again now. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Let's see what you got.
Go.
54. Mike, 54.
Gun.
Get off the field.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
To throw is Rodgers. A final shot before break. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. Or they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken near the 13. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Third down and 11.
Let's go. Dirty base. All day. Defense all day. All day.
From the gun, Newman. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
Mike 91. I'm scared.
On first down, Cohen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Buddy up! You can't block me. You can come perfect. 25, check 25, check 25.
They run. This is Cohen. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready? 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Come off the ball.
On 1st and 10, Newman. And this is Gabriel on the catch. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Newman. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3rd and 1.
Check, ready. 6 yards. Keep it up, guys. Keep it going. Let's stop.
They try again with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Makes the score Bears 28, Packers 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Their catch made it the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. From the 27, Rodgers throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. On first down, Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 11.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check.
On first down, Newman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time He was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again. Newman. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Newman. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Here we go.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Inside. 58, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. 58 to Mike, 58.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Rodgers. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for Bears touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Packers take over. Good work, boys. Go. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Operating from the gun, Newman. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The extra point up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Newman. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Packers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Check right 54.
Now Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. A very solid gain of 27. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
On play action, now Rodgers. Stepping up, he's going to keep it.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Double time.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's bring it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go. Hey, orbit. Zoom.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the toss, Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newman. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. To throw on 2nd down. Newman under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.